Let him lead, but on your terms, and respect his need for space. By nature, Scorpio men like to feel in control of their world. They often take the lead in planning and prefer to initiate affection or commitment at their own pace. They also have periods where they retreat into themselves to process intense feelings. Situation: you've been dating a few weeks and everything's great. Then suddenly he goes a bit cold or disappears for a couple of days. Or perhaps you find he likes to be the one deciding when to meet up next. This can be confusing or even anxiety-inducing. Task: the key here is to be patient and give him space while subtly showing your steadiness. In other words, allow him to lead some of the dance, especially when he pulls back, but do so without sacrificing your self-respect or sanity. Action: if your Scorpio man goes radio silent for a day or two, resist the urge to bombard him with texts like, "Are you okay? Did I do something?" As hard as that may be. Instead, take a deep breath and focus on your own activities. Remember, tip number 5, you've got your own life. Maybe send one casual check-in message like, "Hey, hope you're doing okay." Chat when you're free, and leave it at that. Often, Scorpios retreat, not because you did something wrong, but because they need time alone to process their intense inner world. One Scorpio insider on a forum explained that Scorpios sometimes disappear, just simply being alone to process everything. And if you push too hard during that time, he'll push you away further. It's a test of sorts. In fact, many Scorpio men test their partners by pulling back to see how you'll react. Will you become insecure and chase? Or will you remain calm and trust him to come back when he's ready? The latter is what earns you points. Here's a little story. A relationship coach once shared how her client, Vanessa, was upset that her Scorpio boyfriend vanished for 3 days. No calls or texts. Vanessa was livid and ready to assume the worst. But with some coaching, she decided not to freak out. She carried on with her week, didn't blow up his phone, and guess what? He resurfaced on his own, more attentive than ever. He eventually admitted, "I was watching. I wanted to see how you'd react," basically confirming it was a classic Scorpio test of patience and trust. Because Vanessa held her ground with grace, he felt more secure that she wouldn't abandon or smother him, and their relationship grew stronger. So, give him room to initiate contact and advance the relationship at his comfort speed. If he's a true Scorpio in love, he will come back around, usually with even more intensity. In the meantime, maintain a warm, steady presence. When he reaches out again, welcome him without bitterness, assuming his disappearance wasn't truly disrespectful or extreme. For example, "Hey, good to hear from you. How have you been?" Goes a lot further than, "Well, look who decided to text me." You can always discuss communication needs once things are solid. At the same time, letting him lead doesn't mean you become a doormat. It's a balance. You can encourage his leadership by asking for his input on plans. "I'd love to see you this weekend. You pick the place." This signals trust in his direction, which he loves. But if there's something important to you, speak up and suggest it. Just frame it in a way that invites him. For instance, "There's a new exhibit I want to check out. I think you'd find it fascinating. How about we go Saturday?" This gives him a chance to take the reins in making it happen. He gets to feel in control, but you're still getting your needs met. It's a win-win. Result: your Scorpio man will start to feel that you truly understand him. By neither clinging too tightly nor vanishing yourself, you demonstrate a rare combination of patience and confidence that he craves in a partner. He'll likely return from his alone times even more devoted because he sees you won't panic or abandon him when he's dealing with his emotions. A Scorpio with a bit of breathing room becomes a Scorpio who chooses to come closer. He'll step into that leadership role with pride, planning memorable dates, or initiating deeper commitment because he knows you're not trying to control him. And when he leads, he often goes all out, crafting experiences that leave an impact. Remember, Scorpios love intensity. You may find, for example, that after you patiently weathered a quiet spell, he surprises you with a passionate weekend getaway or opens up about his feelings unprompted. By allowing him some control and space, you gain his trust and affection. It shows him that you're strong enough to handle his intensity and respectful of his need to occasionally retreat. In return, he'll make sure you feel cherished when he's present. This balance of cling and space can be tricky, but once mastered, it truly solidifies the bond between you two. Physical and emotional intimacy. Finally, passion. Scorpio's middle name might as well be Passion. These men are renowned for their sizzling sexuality and sensuality. But here's the twist. While sex and physical touch are hugely important to a Scorpio man, he isn't satisfied with just a surface-level fling. He longs for a profound, almost spiritual connection through intimacy. Situation. You might be wondering how soon to get physical, or how to show affection to your Scorpio. Maybe you worry that if you don't jump into bed quickly, you'll lose his interest. Task. Navigate the sexual tension with a mix of confidence and care. You want to lean into the chemistry. Don't be afraid to flirt and be affectionate. He certainly will appreciate it, but also pair it with emotional depth so that the intimacy actually wins his heart, not just his body. Action. First, acknowledge the chemistry. If you feel those sparks, it's okay to show it in your eyes, your touch, your playful banter. Scorpio men often take the lead physically, but they love to know you're equally into them. Wear that outfit that makes you feel alluring on date night. Hold that eye contact a second longer, or give him a warm hug that lingers. Little things like a hand on his arm while talking can send messages that you feel the connection to. Physical touch is often a Scorpio man's primary love language, so these gestures go a long way. He'll likely reciprocate with even more affection. Don't shy away from it. However, remember to set the pace that you're comfortable with. Scorpios can be very forward, but they also respect boundaries if you communicate them confidently. You might say, "I'm really attracted to you, but I'd like to take things slow," if you want to delay intimacy. Given their penchant for intensity, he might actually find the build-up exciting. When intimacy does happen, and with a Scorpio man, chances are it will, when you're ready, make it meaningful. This is not a sign that will be weirded out by emotion in the bedroom. Quite the opposite. Don't be afraid to connect emotion with physicality. Maintain eye contact, show genuine care, and afterwards, share how you feel. A Scorpio man wants sex to be nothing short of transformational, a merging of body, mind, and spirit. That means the cuddles, the deep talks, the vulnerability during and after are just as important. For instance, after an intimate moment, whisper something like, "I feel so close to you right now," or discuss what that experience meant to both of you when the time is right. This signals to him that for you, like for him, intimacy is profound and not trivial. Also, don't neglect non-sexual physical affection in everyday moments. Hold his hand when you're walking together. Give him a comforting back rub when he's had a long day, or even a spontaneous kiss just because. Scorpios respond to consistent physical expressions of love. It reassures them of your bond. One relationship guide notes that since Scorpio men are all about physical touch, if you give and receive touch well, he'll respond accordingly. In short, love him with both your heart and your hands. Result: when you balance seductive passion with emotional intimacy, you create a powerful attraction that hooks a Scorpio man for good. He'll feel truly seen and satisfied on multiple levels. You may notice him becoming addicted, in a sense, texting or calling you even more, seeking your company frequently, because he can't get enough of the unique combination of warmth and heat you offer. By not treating sex as casual, you show him that you respect the bond you're building. This is crucial. A Scorpio will eagerly enjoy casual pleasure if offered, but for a lasting love, he needs that deeper connection. When you provide both, you stand out from anyone else he's dated. You become the partner who understands that true intimacy with a Scorpio is an intertwining of souls, and that right there is the key to his heart. As an added bonus, once a Scorpio man is in love, he's incredibly affectionate and sensual. You'll likely experience one of the most passionate relationships of your life. He'll make you feel adored, physically and emotionally, because you unlocked that level with him. In essence, by leaning into the sexual tension and ensuring it's backed by love and trust, you cement your place in his heart. Conclusion and final call to action. Winning a Scorpio man's heart is indeed a journey, one that requires patience, understanding, and a bit of strategy. But as those who've been with Scorpio partners will tell you, it's totally worth it. You'll be loved deeply, fiercely, and loyally once you pass his tests and prove you're the real deal. So remember, be real, be loyal, keep a little mystery, connect deeply, stay confident, give him space when needed, and savor the passion. With these 7 tips, you're well on your way to creating a bond with your Scorpio man that's unbreakable. Now, for a little engagement boost, if you found these tips helpful, hit that like button and consider subscribing for more astrology-informed dating guides. Do you have your own story of dating a Scorpio? The good, the bad, or the dramatic? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your experiences or any questions you have. And if there's another zodiac sign you'd like tips on, let me know that too. Remember, every relationship is unique, but with a Scorpio, you now have the insider knowledge to navigate his complex heart. Good luck and enjoy the intensity. Your Scorpio man's heart might be a tough prize, but with genuine love and these insights, you absolutely can win it. Here's to a deep and magical connection. You've got this.